Okay, hi there, Yerds. Last official Yearbook University video on design. I'll have some more videos on Yearbook University on the website that I'll assign, but you guys will have an extended due date, and then we'll have some supplement videos that will help just hopefully give you guys more tools in your tool belt. But I digress. So the last video topic that we're going to be talking about is, drumroll please, repetition. Okay, so make sure that's in your notebooks. I'll be checking them for points. So repetition is in nature. We use it a lot in art, but it's also in design. So repetition happens naturally in art. Naturally in nature. Things repeat. Case in point, we have this picture of this leaf. We've got kind of this repeating shape over and over and over and over again. Nature loves repetition, okay? And so because we're surrounded by natural elements, man kind of really enjoys seeing repetition. Our eyes find it very pleasing, and it's very relaxing and unifying. When there isn't repetition, when there isn't kind of predictability of a certain kind, like if it's all over the place, then we're all over the place. There's no repetition. Oh my gosh. So we kind of intrinsically need that predictability, and that goes the same for our designs. So in a yearbook, repetition in design can be minimal, such as an icon or simple shapes. So maybe you have a couple different circles on a spread, or maybe you have a repeating color or icon in your yearbook spread that's featured throughout the book, kind of unifying it. Repetition can create alignment and cohesion throughout the publication. That's why it's a unifying element. If we see it on one page and then we see something similar on another and on another and on another, it helps kind of stitch all the pages together. Repetition should not be boring. Even though we're repeating elements, every spread should be a little bit different. So even though we're repeating some of the same colors, we're repeating the same font, we're repeating maybe some of the same shapes or design treatments, we do it in new and different ways. We're always sampling from the same ingredients, but we're finding different ways to kind of mix them up. So here we have an example of a great yearbook spread. We've got that nice dominant photo right here, but we have quite a bit of repetition happening. So there's a repetition in colors. We've got these same kind of color palette repeating throughout the spread. When you repeat things in the yearbook, you want to try and repeat things in at least threes. The same is true in interior design and in graphic design. You want to try and repeat things in threes. Our eye likes odd numbers. Now, we sometimes do packages of photos in fives. Here they have a photo package in 9, which is another odd number. But you want to try and repeat in threes. 1, 2, 3. If you have at least 1, 2, and 3, it looks like it's planned. Like you actually meant for that to happen, rather than just like, whoop, it's an accident. 1 looks like one-off. 2 looks like a happy accident. 3 looks intentional. 4 and 5 gets a little bit too repetitive, too boring. So 3 is really great. So we have repeating of these colors in threes. We also kind of have this cut off shape here, repeating over here, repeating with their little diagonal swipes over here. Those kind of abstract shapes are over on the sidebar as like a graphic element. They're repeating their type fonts. So we have this bold type font here. We also have it over here, except for that it has an outline now. And we have the font down here, right here, and right here. Repeating the same body font right here, right here, right here. Repeating this kind of lighter sans serif font down here with powder puff, up here with powder puff, and over here in the pull quote. So again, we're repeating. They have this repetition in the same size photo. Dot, 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 dot. Really nice, kind of creating this beautiful rhythm to the spread. They've even cut off their photos with a slight diagonal, right here, right here, right here, kind of referencing that abstract shape. So again, we're repeating similar elements, repeating colors, shapes, photo size, type fonts, All those things are repeating over and over in the spread, but we're playing with them in new and different ways. Again, creating repetition makes it look very professional, very well planned out. It also creates stability, and it helps us link together pages and spreads in the book. All right, here's some professional examples. So you can see even the professionals were linking one page on this website, kind of this sort of ribbon effect. They pulled it in over here. They've got similar colors from here to here. Type fonts are being repeated. So that's what the pros do. Looking back at a yearbook, here we have another example of repetition. So we've got repetition in type font here. Again, the same type font as up here. We've got kind of this oval circle shape happening here and here and here. They have their photos arranged in threes, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. They aren't really playing with color on this one, although they're pulling some color just subtly right here, pulling the green from over here. It's also right here, right there, and right there. So they're very subtly pulling that same green and repeating it throughout the spread. So again, repetition comes in all forms, but again, we want to make sure that when we're using repetition that we use it in threes. It's also great when you're doing interior design in your house. If you have a similar object, repeat it in threes. Colors, repeat it in threes. Same thing works for outfits. All those things, they play together. Design is sort of universal, and then you just pick a different palette, whether it's a yearbook, a house, a magazine. You know, design is overarching. All right, guys, hopefully I talked fast and you got some great notes about repetition, and you can put in repetition in your spread. Bye!